Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Monday, August 18th. With me, I have some lovely co hosts on the mic. I chill, my favorite Taurus, and my Libra queen. Hey, y'all.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Yes. And I think we have some good tea for us to go over, so let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Let's do the tea time.
Yes. Now, the first story I wanted to go over. First, let me share the link, and then I'm going to share my screen. But so Dawn Rashad has actually made some changes to her lawsuit against Diddy, and we're going to talk about it. So y'all should see here that I have a hot new hip hop article. Let me make sure everyone can see it, or I may have to share it again. Let me share it again because I see a blank screen. Give me 1 second. There we go. So y'all see I should have a hot new hip hop article. Diddy's businesses removed from Dawn Rashad's ongoing abuse lawsuit. So Diddy continues to experience updates to his civil lawsuits following his federal criminal verdict on sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges. The court found him not guilty of the trafficking and racketeering charges, but convicted him on the transportation charges. The most recent civil lawsuit to develop in a big way was Dawn Rashad's abuse lawsuit against Sean Combs, according to All Hip Hop. Reportedly, she and her legal team removed 10 of his businesses from their complaint. These are Bad Boy Records LLC, Daddy's House Recording Studio, Bad Boy Entertainment LLC, UMG Recordings, Sean Combs Capital LLC, Bad Boy Production Holdings Inc., Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings LLC, Bad Boy Book Holdings Inc., what is that? CE Opco LLC, formerly Comb Enterprises, and 1169 Corp., formerly Sean Combs Music Inc. That motherfucker had a lot of businesses, didn't
A lot.
he?
It sound like he had more. She only removed 10.
Right. So, furthermore, the removal of these charges without prejudice means that Dawn Rashad could refile them if necessary, but they are in the clear for now. However, Rashad is reportedly preparing a second amended complaint that still names Diddy as a defendant. Also, the lawsuit targets Janice Combs Publishing LLC, Love Records Inc., and Janice Combs Publishing Holdings Inc.
See?
hmm Elsewhere, Diddy's legal team has no problem with amendments to the lawsuit, but in a letter to Judge Catherine Polk Thaya, they denied Rashard's claims and expressed plans to fight this out. Also, they pointed out how her legal team dropped a human trafficking allegation under New York law. As such, the defense attorneys believe this upcoming new lawsuit is futile. Don Rashard's allegations against Diddy includes accusations of groping, harassment, forced stripping, food and sleep deprivation, and unpaid wages. She also accused him of threatening her life and other folks' lives if they spoke out against him. Combs and his legal team deny any and all accusations in this case. It's one of more than 60 civil lawsuits he faces. As for the federal criminal case, Don Rashad testified in Diddy's trial, during which she levied various similar allegations against the bad boy mogul. We will see what comes of this lawsuit and many others that are part of this firestorm. So,
I knew he had a lot of lawsuits coming up. This trial was just the beginning. I said that in other programs. This is not nearly the end of what we're going to be hearing about this dude.
hmm Now, just wait until like a lot of the men be said. That's what Wendy Williams kept saying, honey. Wait till the men start talking and telling their story. Because right now we only have like the women testifying in court and stuff like that. Wait until.
Right.
Mm-mm. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Shout out to Dawn, that talented Leo queen. I'm really glad that she is she's moving forward with her lawsuits, and I hope that she really gets the justice that is deserved to her. And onto you're on to something, because even before the trial had started up against the Tootsie Roll, there were a few male artists, more specifically, who were on the Making the Band franchise, the male side that is, who have spoken out about being harmed, I'll say that, in the company of said person. And so one of those people, this is not one of those people is Q Mosley, so Dawn's ex boyfriend at the time. He had
Hmm.
alluded to some mishappenings during the time that he was signed to Bad Boy when he was part of the group Day 26. And so I hope that you can still tell that he's processing the things that had happened to him, and he's still traumatized by them. So my hope is that he gets like the he has a sound mind enough to not only understand and accept that those things happen to him and then it's not his fault. If he indeed decides to pursue legal actions, he can do that also, and then that might open up a whole nother floodgate of people that we don't even know about. The whole thing is crazy.
Well,
Hmm.
60 lawsuits is a lot. There's definitely going to be some people that we don't know about. He'll be they'll be litigating this man probably through his prison term and long after he's released.
Just out of curiosity, I wonder how many like of those 60, how many belong to Tony Busby? Probably like maybe 58 of
Oh,
them.
oh my God. Yeah, because he's supposed to have hundreds of people come forward. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
an interesting observation.
Go ahead, favorite tourist.
So my question is about the unpaid wages portion of Don's website. Do we know if that's related to actual recordings? Do we know if that's related to public appearances and performances? Do we have the information yet?
I didn't see it. I don't, but I would imagine, yeah, it's like I think it probably would be all of the above, because like she was a really big part of like a lot of the dirty money, all of that. So I don't know. That's a good question.
So he don't mind shelling out money for johns and prostitutes, but when it comes to paying people for other things, it's a problem.
Uh, and that's really weird to me because y'all remember I even told you my own personal experience when I was working in Ra Ali's shoe store. And when Diddy came in there, this was 2009, and he came in there with Cassie, Dawn, and Kalina. He
Hmm.
spent $11,000 worth of shoes in that store. And the crazy thing about that is, and maybe I shouldn't tell, Rashida's business like this, but she had just got a new credit card machine and didn't nobody in the store really know how to work it. I had to use my pretty much like millennial brain to find what I could to how to work this thing. Cause what happened was the girl who was in there initially who waited on him and got them the shoes, instead of her charging Diddy's credit card $11,000, she refunded his his American
Oh,
Express $11,000 from Rashida's checking account. So
oh
baby,
Lord.
she was frantic, honey. So I had to pretty much fix that. But what Diddy did, honey, was wrote his information, that wrote the card number, the billing zip code, the expiration date, all on a piece of paper, and was like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
y'all go ahead and handle that."
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hold that girl's money like that.
Right.
Huh.
But the fact that he just left his credit card information like that, like you, I don't know about y'all, but if I had a black card, I definitely wouldn't trust nobody who don't know how to work a credit card machine and write
Well,
my card number down. Absolutely not.
apparently he trusted you guys. I mean, so he ate that one little thing. Okay.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
At the end of the day, he was or still is a mogul. So $11,000 was like probably like $11 to a regular person. So that don't mean shit to him.
You absolutely right, and that was a black card too. So
Right. So I'm pretty sure they have all types of bells and whistles and parameters and ways to stop transactions that we don't even know about. So it's like,
Yeah.
if they fuck it up, I'll just correct it later.
Yeah, he can
mhm.
dispute any false charges. He knew what to look for, and you know,
A
uh,
Amex don't play, okay?
yeah,
He
they
got
wouldn't have got.
personal concierge for his card.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But shoes
But
ain't wages, though. Let's make that very clear.
right.
You can't pay
Shoes
no
ain't.
bills with shoes.
That is absolutely right. So I just, yeah, yeah, it might be. I just like, well, how can I say this without, he don't see, because I don't want to say that he doesn't seem like the type to like take weight, because he most certainly does do that. We've heard all the stories, excuse me, allegedly, we've heard all the stories about bad boys and the bad boy artists that he's taken from.
Hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, child. He might. I definitely believe Dawn, because I don't think she would have any reason to. She certainly don't have any reason to lie about this. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
No, she don't at all. And from what we know and what she said, like she had a imposed sense of loyalty to Tootsie Roll because when she was on Making the Band, he literally bought her out of another contract so that she could be a part of Danity Kane. So I can
Hmm.
understand the cognitive dissonance that has occurred over the years. Like, well, this happened to me at the same time this person did provide me opportunity, and I wouldn't be here where I am right now or have the visibility that I have right now if it weren't for that show and the group and that type of thing. So I completely understand. And look, the optimistic millennial in me, even though this is highly unlikely considering what had transpired during the trial, is like my hope is that the other girls would kind of rally behind Dawn and show her some sort of support. Like I'm real. The realist to me is like, well, Aubrey and D Woods, they were talking reckless during the trial about Dawn's accusations and what she may or may not have done and what they may or may not have seen. So it's unfortunate that it's gone down. It's transpired in that way, but it would have been very nice to see the five girls rally together, not just to release music if they wanted to. That's fine. That's fine. All five of you, anyway. But just to show support to their band member, because I'm pretty sure they've experienced allegedly experienced, excuse me, harm at the hands of this person and their business practices as well.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Well, did anybody want to add anything else before we go to the next Diddy story? Okay. Well, this next story, it's a little weird. We won't spend too much time on it because it's really like a quote unquote nothing burger, but it's it was still weird. So his twins, the twin girls, they were out at the carnival, and it looks like they were kicked out or kicked off a ride, rather. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the comment. Somebody in the comment picking on the way I said "broggle." But anyway, um, let me go to this TMZ article, and we're going to watch a quick video. Y'all should see here where it says Diddy twin daughters kicked off roller coaster, and source says that the instructor was rude. So let's let this load, and then we're gonna watch that video. It was just weird looking. I don't know. It was because then people were cheering, like the people that were standing in line were cheering. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
No, there won't be a refund on that though. We won't refund the fast pass.
Okay, so is anybody else as confused as I am?
Hmm.
Because what the hell was that? But let me see. It was something else in the it says check out the crib. A worker is speaking to the group. The Combs twins in matching pink sweatsuits with some pals, and it seems like he's telling them to take a hike. The group ultimately walks away and nothing seems to come of it, but we're told this all took place because Jesse and Delilah were told to put their cell phones away by the staff 3 times and they wouldn't listen.
Oh,
Sources, right. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Diddy's daughters were not kicked out of the fair and were given tickets to take the ride at a later time. Our sources say the conductor was being rude while asking the daughters to put away their phones. Of course, Jesse and Delilah's day out comes while their dad is still locked up, uh waiting sentencing after a jury found him guilty of 2 counts of violating the Mann Act. I don't think we need to read any further. But yeah, that was a little. And the people cheering. I'm like, so wait, y'all doing all that cheering because I don't. You saw
because
the conductor tell the girls put their phones away, and
yeah, more than once, and everybody else is complying and they aren't. I mean, who do they think they are? You know, if the man is probably tired of telling you. Of course, he's gonna get rude. These aren't the you know nicest people anyway, and he's told you multiple times. I They should have put their phones away like he asked. I mean, that's how I see it. I'm saying
yeah.
right because you can lose the phone, it could fly out and hit somebody else. You think you can hold on to it, but you can't. All kinds of stuff be flying off, hats and glasses, and I, I don't see a problem with
I know that's right. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
You probably would say, "Do you know who my dad is? Your dad is." You get talks like that.
it.
So rude. Until
I
I
would do the
die.
same thing.
Oh God, daddy. That's probably what they say.
Well, I mean, it seems like kids who are used to getting to do what they want, especially now. You know that they seem to be kind of on their own. You don't ever see any adult like in charge of them, but they are over 18. But yeah, put your phone away, like the man is asking you to do.
Well,
Yeah,
our
three. I
dad
agree.
is the
Three
one
times
for
is
the
crazy.
runway. That's what our dad says. That's our dad.
You know what? I swear, I wish I was. I swear, I wish I was in a position to be able to do that. I would do it anywhere. Like, oh, we were talking about Popeyes earlier. Oh, excuse me, sir, we don't have any more spicy. Excuse me, do you know who my dad is? Do you know who my dad?
Don't be one of those people. Like the
Well,
video going around on a guy with the ice at the drive-through window. Don't be one of those people.
Oh, girl. That
Look, what?
he ought to be ashamed of himself for real.
Really? Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Get your ass off if you cannot um, comply and holding up the ride because you don't want to put your phones up. Get off. You can ride later.
And I think you actually just answered my question because I was like, why were they cheering? So that that's probably they were holding the ride up by
Yeah,
not. Yeah. So yeah,
people don't care who they are.
but they probably didn't know who they was.
A lot of them didn't. I
All them
wouldn't
white
have
people.
if I saw them in public. I wouldn't know who they are. I wouldn't care.
Mm-mm.
Put your phone away. Holding up the ride.
Yep. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I was gonna say the opposite. Like, I wonder if any of that is compounded based upon the situation with their father at this time. That's what I thought. Immediately thought
I don't
because
know. I don't know that people would know them. To be honest, Will, we know he has twin daughters, but I haven't seen them enough. Like to say, if I saw them in public, you could say, "Oh, those twin girls won't put their phone up." I wouldn't necessarily know that they're Diddy's children.
you know who their dad is.
And I have to agree, Chill. I think I would be the same way. As much as I read like the TMZs and all of that, and I've
Hmm.
seen pictures of them, but if I were out in public, I would just think they were just two pretty random tall twins. I wouldn't.
Hmm. I wouldn't know, and if I did know, I still wouldn't care. I mean, it's not about your daddy; it's about what you're doing. I wouldn't be cheering because your daddy's locked up or whatever. They have nothing to do with that. I don't think people really know who they are.
Yeah. Well, does anyone want to add anything about these twins or their dad before we go to the next story?
No. Hey, him.
Hey, my other favorite Libra. Well, this next story, honey. So remember we talked about Lil Yachty and Steven Jackson came out and pretty much roasted his ass. And
Wait, real
also
quick, who's the other favorite Libra? You know.
oh, Hammy.
Oh, okay. Hey, 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 hey. You know how to check. I don't, new people in here.
You know
Libra
I won't
check.
just be giving that away, honey.
Oh boy, at this headline. Okay.
And I was trying to share the okay, shoot. All right, and y'all should see I have an article from the Shade Room where you see where it says here George Floyd's brother demands Lil Yachty to rewrite his controversial verse to honor his legacy. And this is the brother, Terrence. That's that bitch ass Lil Yachty. So y'all see where it says Lil Yachty previously sparked a flood of reactions on social media after he referenced Floyd on a new track. Steven Jackson, and we're gonna talk about his ass after this article, by the way. But Steven Jackson was among the bunch to share his thoughts on Yachty's verse, and now George Floyd's brother, Terrence Floyd, is weighing in on his opinion. Let me just go straight to the post itself. Okay, so posted by Lauren LaRosa, who I adore. But she says, here's Terrence Floyd's brother of George Floyd, full statement to me about Yachty using George Floyd's name in a new song. I believe it's inconsiderate. Sometimes this generation doesn't pay attention to what they say and they just want to make a song and just get it on the charts. And really, like, I really feel like the people listening will accept it because of who he is. It's really inconsiderate. You should think about what you're writing. It may make sense to you, but think about, I'm sorry, it may make sense to you, but think about the impact to others. People are sending the clip to me. I want the line changed. Let my brother rest in peace. It disturbs the family's peace. There has to be a better message behind any mention of George Floyd's name, so his legacy can live on beyond what Chauvin did to him. So yeah, pretty. I agree because that shit was crazy. And remember how Steven Jackson and I was even like, you better get his whack his ass again for me. Um, but his even Steven Jackson, this is why they say that straight black men are the weakest links. Because, baby, so this next story I have for y'all, give me 1 second.
I agree with Mr. Floyd. That line is
So
trash.
do I.
Yes, it's trash.
Very much trash. But who I don't agree with is that motherfucking Steven Jackson. And let me tell y'all what his ass sitting there talking about. So, oh well, me and Yada, we talked. We talked over the phone. Like, girl, let me get that for y'all. Let me post the link first and take it back to the screen sharing. Okay, so y'all see that I have this article here from Hollywood Unlocked. Steven Jackson reveals he spoke with Lil Yachty about his George Floyd lyrics. He's a super smart individual. He made a mistake and he apologized. So former NBA baller Steven Jackson. Oh, that was my answer, y'all. Because remember, I said he played football. So that's how much I know about sports. But anyway, so former NBA baller Steven Jackson isn't the type to let disrespect slide, especially when it comes to his late friend George Floyd. This week, Jackson called out rapper Lil Yachty for a bar in his new song that many felt crossed the line. And let's see, we know what the quote was. We don't even need to repeat it. That one line had social media instantly lit up, and not in a good way. Fans accused Yachty of being wildly insensitive, and Steven Jackson made sure his voice was one of the loudest in the room. Jackson took to Instagram, and we actually talked about his response here. He said, "Lil Yachty, bro, you been whack, my dude, but you really think saying George Floyd's name and using it in the lyric gonna make people vibe with your whack music, my dude? That's weak." In fact, because we heard him say what he said, we could just go ahead and skip to when he talked to his ass on the phone. So you see where it says here the private conversation that changed everything. But it looks like this wasn't just an online beef. Less than 24 hours later, Jackson revealed on Instagram stories that he and Yachty spoke directly. I apologized to him and we talked. And he apologized too, Jackson shared. He gets the outrage. Yacht is a smart guy. That's why he's successful. Shout out to Lil Yachty for reaching out. I salute him. By Friday, August 15, Jackson had shifted the tone, calling Yachty a super smart man and making it clear the situation was behind them. I won't be doing interviews about it. I spoke to him. He's a smart young man. He made a mistake and apologized. We move on from it. And I don't think I need to finish the rest of this, but
But did he take the line out of the song?
he did not. And did he apologize to the people that who it matters to? Like, no, you didn't apologize to George Floyd's family. His brother said, I'm sure his brother didn't get a apology because we would have read about it. We read
Right,
about what his brother said, not about him getting an apology or anything.
right. That's who needs the apology. And if the song still has the line, he didn't make a mistake. Fuck him.
No, bastard. Anyway, does anybody want to add anything about straight black men being the weakest link before we go to the next story?
No,
Cancel. Cancelled.
Can't so, honey. But in most of our defense, though, we really can't cancel him because we don't subscribe to him. Like,
Anyway,
who could? I think I can name one Yachty song like right off the top of my head.
mm, you better than me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this lamb that I'm eating real good.
Yeah, girl. Good. I'm glad you're having a good lunch.
I would love some. Yeah, how you say it, a gyro or a gyro, however you say it. I want a lamb one of those. No tzatziki sauce though. I'm not that kind of bitch, and I don't care if it is made with Greek yogurt. In my mind, it's mayonnaise, and I don't want it. Well, y'all, our next. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I know I didn't have anything. That was a yeah. That wasn't supposed to be like that.
Okay. Well, our next story. So remember we talked about Gladys Knight and her son. Well, her son is accusing Gladys's husband of elder abuse. Gladys has actually come out to respond to that. And I have this People article. Now I'm before I even start reading, I want y'all. I don't believe a single word of this reply, and until I see her actually say it like in a video or something, I think I'm gonna believe the son. I'm sorry, but anyway, Gladys Knight is assuring fans that she's healthy and happy after her son publicly accused the music legend's husband of mental and financial abuse and lodged a complaint with authorities in North Carolina over her care. Knight, who's 81, has been on the Queen's tour since May with fellow legends Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Stephanie Mills, and currently has 11 shows scheduled from September through December. The Midnight Train to Georgia singer's son, Shanga Hankerson, expressed concerns for his mother in an interview with People, claiming that her busy touring schedule was detrimental to her health and came largely at the behest of her husband, William McDowell. In a statement shared with People, Knight painted a different picture, saying she has enjoyed her time on the road and is doing well. I'm sorry that my health and performance have been misrepresented. I want my fans and those concerned to rest assured I am doing very well for someone who has been on the stage for three quarters of a century. Hard to believe, right? She said. I'm healthy and happy and visiting friends and family these last few months. I'm excited to get back on the road with my sisters and on stage with the Queen's tour. See you soon. Hankerson, meanwhile, tells people that while his mother has not expressed to him a desire to stop performing, he believes she's on cruise control and has in recent years struggled with her memory, citing an instance in this past New Year's in which Knight allegedly did not know who he was for 45 minutes. He previously told the Shade Room about another instance last year in which Knight allegedly wandered away from the hotel they were staying at and ended up across town.
Mm.
I did my best to give McDowell the space to play the role of husband and do what was in my mom's best interest, and he has not done that. Why is she working? Why is she in this situation where she's being made to believe that she has to work like this? That's really my issue with it, says Hankerson, who alleges that McDowell has been mentally and financially abusive to his mother. Hankerson, who's 49, claims he filed a complaint with the Department of Human Services in Buncombe County, North Carolina, earlier this month, and that caseworkers showed up to Knight's home the next day for an assessment. The case is allegedly ongoing. A spokesperson for the department did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. In a statement shared with People, Knight's publicist, Laura Herlovic, said that Knight and her team are greatly saddened by Shanga's unfounded allegations, as he allegedly has had no substantial contact with her. She has not been on tour since June 1st, and can't wait to begin touring again in September, the statement read. At this time, our lawyers have no choice but to explore any and all legal remedies due to Shanga's defamatory comments. Hankerson calls the statement inaccurate and alleges that he has been purposely kept in a position of having minimal access to his mother, maintaining that her deterioration has occurred over a period of years and is very evident. He adds they can say what they want. If her health is being misrepresented, then supply evidence of reliable and verifiable expert medical opinion that will stake their practice and reputation on their claim to the contrary. Hankerson is Knight's son with music executive Barry Hankerson. Knight previously won a legal battle against him in 2017 when he was ordered to stop using her name, likeness, and memorabilia in connection with his Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffle restaurant chain, according to the Associated Press. The outlet reported that he was sentenced to 2 years in prison in 2021 for failing to withhold payroll taxes for the restaurants. Hankerson, who works as a registered behavior therapist, says he is fighting to make sure I can really take care of Knight and would absolutely take legal action against McDowell as long as he has the proper foundation. This has nothing to do with money for me, he says. I'm trying to get her to stop working. I mean, so that was a
Um,
lot, I know.
he's making sense to me, especially if those incidents are true. To say that she's not being affected by her age, and you know, um, those things are undeniable. If they happen, then I would be concerned about her touring and her well-being when she's not on the stage. Like who's watching over her, and yeah, I don't like it.
I'm with you, T. So you see, I'm glad to see I'm not alone in my feeling because I said, I believe the son. Now, if they would have had Gladys, like record a video and maybe put it out to the public saying that, so we can see that she's a,
Yeah,
even though that video might have been AI, but still, if we would have saw a video, cool. But no, all we get is a statement
right.
that's acting like she's of sound mind. But I don't like it.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
My question is, does he actually have the capacity to stop performing? Because what I'm noticing, I'm first off, I'm really glad to see some of our legends still alive and still performing, still have the desire to perform. However, come at the same time, I'm not sure if they have a choice. And considering like a lot of the deals that they signed way back when, and many of them still don't own the masters to their music or to their musical contributions, they don't own it. So in order to make a living, they have to continuously perform. You know, so it would be sad if that is the case because they definitely deserve to rest. Gladys definitely deserves to rest because they provided so much to culture and to music. So that would be my primary question is like, does she even have the capacity monetarily and otherwise to even retire at this point? Especially considering she was attached to that man, aka Barry Hankerson, and we know how he did Aaliyah and other artists on Black Round Records. So
I
Hmm.
think that's should supersede her health. I mean, if she is not healthy, I get it. That maybe financially she's, her estate needs the money, but mm, should we not pay attention to her mental brain health? And she's 81. I mean, damn.
Agreed. And then it was the thing of him having like well one the wandering off, like that would scare any child, like if your mom wanders off, and then the fact that you talking to her and she didn't know who you was for 45 minutes, and your young ass husband got you out there singing and doo-wopping on stage, like I don't buy it. Uh, I'm just happy to see that I'm not alone in how I feel about this. And make sure y'all can see my screen. Sorry,
Yeah, because
I
look what
had
they
a
tried to
little
do,
hiccup. I
Michael.
had to.
They tried to push him back
Yep.
on the concert circuit. The music company. So this statement is not sitting right with me either, Auntie.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay. I I don't know if my y'all see my hand up. No, I don't know what's going on.
Nope, we
It.
didn't
Anyway,
see it.
my 2 cents is I do appreciate the fact that he's bringing this to light, right? Because we don't know and we can't bring awareness unless we know. But also too that he not shit either. So like the fact that she's in a if she's in a financial strain, right, and having to perform to maintain or way of life or whatever, part of that is because of him. Because why is it that you had a thriving business? Now, mind you, Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffles was all of that and two bags of chips. Okay, um, and for you to have ruined that could have been something that you could have helped her maintain her life with. You not Scott. You're not free and clear either. So I do appreciate the concern, but I'm also side eyeing because, baby, let's be clear. It takes two to tango. And, it's a family affair or whatever. And I understand that like you're worried, you're concerned about her spouse, but she chose her spouse. It is what it is. And I just hope some other people outside of him, come to his support and come to his aid to protect her if that's the case. If not, let her live her life.
It's
I
always
know
hard
that's right.
when one spouse is suffering signs of dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever. I mean, there's been several controversial marriages. Remember B. Smith's husband moving his mistress in, but she was still living there and he was taking care of her. Remember that? Um, Therapists often say
Yes, I
that
remember that. He still need his ass whooped to this day for that bullshit.
men still have sexual relations with their wives even if they have Alzheimer's, dementia. They might not know who they are, that kind of thing. So it's very difficult, you know, to handle this situation. I would really hate it though if she really is affected by some form of something like that. That she is out here performing and has had the chance to wander away and so forth. It's just not. It's not. It's not a good thing.
I am inclined to agree, and I don't know if y'all see a blank screen because something happened. I had to reboot, refresh, and I've been trying to share my screen, but all I'm seeing is a blank screen. Y'all see the blank screen too?
No, I see.
Mm.
I still see the Gladys Knight article on my screen.
Yeah, the
I see
Gladys.
blank screen.
Do you? I see
What
Gladys
the
Knight.
fuck?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. As long as y'all can see it, then we good.
Hmm.
Except for and Moon can see the article, so I guess me and my Libra Queen are the only ones who can't see it. Well,
Well, what article is
the
supposed to be up there?
other Gladys Knight when I still had it, but
Oh, oh, okay.
I just couldn't see it at all because it's blank. But anyway, well, did anybody want to add anything about Gladys or her son or shady husband allegedly before we go to the next story? All right, well, the next story, honey, Rock Nation said, "Look, y'all, you better leave us alone." And they telling this to Tyrone Blackburn, by the way. The lawyer who ran over a court server with his or process server with his car. So let me get this link here.
And he better do just that.
hmm So y'all see, I have this all hip hop exclusive. Rock Nation says they have devastating evidence in $20 million Fat Joe suit proving shakedown. So Rock Nation is pushing back hard against a $20 million lawsuit involving Fat Joe, claiming the case is a calculated attempt to smear the company and force a hasty settlement. All Hip Hop has confirmed that Rock Nation asked the federal judge to dismiss the $20 million lawsuit and sanction attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who represents plaintiff Terrence T.A. Dixon. The company says Blackburn admitted in an email that Rock Nation may have been defrauded by Fat Joe as well, a line Rock Nation calls a devastating admission that undermines the entire case against Jay Z's company. The lawsuit was meant to harass and embarrass Rock Nation on the public stage, the company's legal team wrote in its motion. The email, sent just hours after Rock Nation filed to dismiss the case, is now central to the company's argument. Rock Nation says the message proved Blackburn and Dixon had no valid reason to drag the company into the legal battle and that the suit was filed in bad faith to create public pressure. Blackburn did not address the email in his response to the motion, and Rock Nation pointed out that that silence adds further evidence of misconduct. The lawsuit, initially filed back in June of 2025, accuses Fat Joe of a wide range of disturbing behavior. Dixon, who worked alongside the rapper for 15 years, claimed he endured forced sexual acts, surveillance, and threats while on tour. The suit also alleges Fat Joe engaged in sexual activity with underage girls and withheld compensation for Dixon's creative contributions. Fat Joe has denied all the allegations, calling them disgusting lies and vowing to fight them in court. Dixon's complaint also names Roc Nation, accusing the company of helping Fat Joe hide money from Dixon and enable the rap star's alleged bad behavior. Roc Nation says there's no evidence to support that. Roc Nation is asking the court to dismiss the case with prejudice, which will prevent it from being refiled. The company also wants Blackburn to cover legal costs and face sanctions for what it describes as a pattern of filing high profile but baseless lawsuits. The judge has not yet ruled on the motion. So,
You better leave the untouchables alone.
yep. And what was that line he said? Said, oh yeah, Fat may have been defrauded by Fat Joe as well. Oh,
Yeah.
baby, y'all got to watch what you say, honey.
Mm.
And you an attorney, you should know better, sir.
An attorney who runs over a process server knows better? I don't think so.
Okay, touche. You right. You right.
All attorneys aren't smart attorneys. Let's not go there.
You are absolutely right. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So in this case, it was better not to call Tyrone. They're saying, Auntie.
Don't call him. Hmm.
And maybe he couldn't even get a reputable attorney to take this, so he winds up with a Tyrone. Okay?
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
Where's
when you.
Tony at?
Where's who at?
Tony Bugsby. You know he loves mess like Auntie. Mm.
Oh, you're going to go up with a company like Rock Nation with a mediocre attorney? It makes no sense. I don't care what you're saying. You should know better. You know, this guy gaslit you into thinking he could do something for you. Anyway,
yeah. Well, our next story, Sean Kingston, honey, he finally done got his sentence. Let me go to this People article. All right, so y'all should see here, Sean Kingston sentenced to 3.5 years in prison plus probation for role in $1 million fraud scheme. So you notice he got a little bit less time than his mom. So like I was telling Chill like a couple of days ago, this leads me to believe that, like they said, the mother was the mastermind behind all of this. This his
yeah,
sentencing actually leads me to believe that that's true.
yes. He was kind of young when he hit the scene, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I
Like,
think I was older than him when his hit song came out.
I think he was 16, if
yeah,
I'm
he
not
was
Yeah,
mistaken.
like very young. So this tracks. It makes sense. The mother would be behind it.
yep. And you see how what people goes on to say Sean Kingston, whose real name is Keyshawn Paul Anderson, has been sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison, as well as 3 years of supervised release, according to CBS News Miami and Local 10, for his role in a $1 million fraud scheme. According to the Associated Press, Kingston apologized to U.S. Judge David Lebowitz before receiving his sentence and claimed he learned his lesson. While his attorney requested the ability for the musician to self surrender in the future for health reasons, Lebowitz ordered him to be jailed on the spot. The 35-year-old singer, best known for the hit Beautiful Girls, and his mother, Janice Turner, were found guilty of fraud and conspiracy to commit fraud in the September 2021 Super Bowl commercial, according to CBS News Miami and NBC6. Speaking to the judge in court, Turner pleaded for mercy, saying that she was trying to keep my son afloat in this difficult industry, and alleging that Kingston was used and abused. After her sentence, NBC6 noted Turner is at risk of being deported to Jamaica. It is not clear when that will be decided. It was a hard fought sentence, so we have mixed feelings on it. Her attorney, Dominguez, told the outlet. We won on some points and obviously lost on some points, all of which will be handled on appeal. So we have mixed feelings on it. Overall, the judge tried to do what was right and what was fair. Since the two were found guilty, Turner was held in prison while Kingston was released on $100,000 bail. He was originally unable to make bail and therefore held for a few days. Kingston and his mother's legal troubles began with a raid on their Florida home and Turner's arrest on May 23rd of 2024. Kingston was in California at the time and arrested later that day. And I think I remember, was that the same day he had on them coochie cutters, honey, showing off them thighs. Anyway, the raid was triggered by a lawsuit filed against Kingston by Bear Productions. The company claimed the singer failed to pay them for items he purchased and hadn't delivered on promises to film promotional videos with Justin Bieber, even though Bieber and Kingston hadn't collaborated since 2010's Eeny Meeny. Prosecutors accused Kingston and Turner of stealing over $1 million over the course of several years from a high end car dealer, jewelers, and a television installment company. The defense argued there was a lack of evidence to prove intent and that some of the alleged victims had received their property back, according to NBC6. Kingston is best known for his breakout hit Beautiful Girls, released in 2007. He also found success in 2009 and 2010 with Fire Burning and Eeny Meeny, the latter featuring Bieber. Kingston continued to put out music even amid his legal battles, with his most recent single, Thick Thighs. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. With his recent single, Thick Thighs, released in October of 2024.
His thighs or the girl's thighs? Which one was it?
A little bit of both, honey. House full of thickness, honey. Ooh, boy, I know it sounds like a round of applause in that bedroom. Ooh. Anyway, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I will, Auntie, made me choke on my water just now with that laugh. That was scary.
I tried to hold it. I wanted to finish reading. I had to take a moment because that thing got me.
Have you heard the song?
Oh, I have not. Mm-mm.
Nor I.
And
I
honestly,
did.
I didn't even know he was still making music.
Lord Jesus, he done started a fire.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I did. And it kind of sounds like this.
Well, does anybody want to add anything else about Sean Kingston, his mama, or them thick thighs before we go to the next story?
Well, I hate that for him that he was led down the wrong path, you know, by his mother, and now he has to go to prison for it. Uh, I mean, he didn't have to do what she said, but when he was a kid, so yeah, that's messed up. And apparently, this is not her first rodeo. Didn't we read that in an article about her
Yep.
that this is not
Mm-hmm.
her first time being accused of fraud and so forth? So Yeah, that's messed up.
Baby, that's the career scammer, honey. And now they're thinking about sending her right back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Well, well, our next story, Yella Beezy. So it seems like even though Yella Beezy orchestrated a whole murder for hire, it seems like he's able to get house arrest where Sean Kingston can't. So but, but let's talk about it. I have this all hip hop article. Let me get it here. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on, let me try this. Oh, did they take the article down? Yep, because I think I see page can't be found. Let me try this. Oh, I don't know what the hell that was going on. It still work. So anyway, let me share my screen. Okay, so you see where it says here, by way of all hip hop, Yella Beezy facing financial ruin on house arrest, begs judge to let him work. Um, nah. You keep your violent ass in the house, honey. But anyway, Yella Beezy is pleading with the Dallas judge to ease his house arrest restrictions so he can earn a living while awaiting a trial for capital murder. The Dallas rapper is currently confined to his home under electronic monitoring as he faces allegations that he arranged the 2020 killing of fellow artist Mo 3. His legal team filed a motion asking the court to allow him to leave home for work related purposes. Yella Beezy has missed multiple opportunities for employment in his field because of the home confinement restriction, which has put a significant strain on his current financial obligations, attorney John F. Gussio III said in a motion. Given the Yellow Beezy's lack of violations and the condition that he maintain an ankle monitor is sufficient protection to the community. Is it though? Anyway, Gussio added that his client has lost income and canceled studio sessions and missed collaborations with other artists. He declined to elaborate on the specifics of the proposed work release. The financial toll comes as Yellow Beezy remains under strict monitoring, with no trial date yet scheduled in his capital murder case. He was indicted in March after a Dallas County grand jury alleged he orchestrated the fatal shooting of Mo 3 on Interstate 35E in Oak Cliff. And my girl Chill remember seeing that on the news. But according to prosecutors, Yellow Beezy hired two men, Kewan Dontrell White and Devin Maurice Brown, to carry out the deadly ambush. White is accused of being the gunman who chased and shot Mo 3 in broad daylight after he fled his vehicle. Investigators linked White to the scene using cell phone data and witness statements per a 2020 arrest affidavit. His trial is scheduled for November 10th. Brown's role remains less defined, but he was also indicted in connection with the murder for hire plot. After sitting there saying he ain't do nothing, crazy. But he said, "Honey, now this home confinement is messing up my money. I want to go out and do some work, but I'll keep the ankle bracelet on. But that should keep the community safe from me." Mm,
Mm-mm.
right? No, baby.
He lucky to not be in jail. He need to just go on and sit down and take his punishment because he's fortunate not to even be locked up right now. Yeah, in a capital murder case too. Man, they're not gonna let you out
Mhm.
to work.
You better do a Zoom concert or
Mm.
something.
He's a maniac. Maniac.
Mm.
Oh,
Make
no.
make some tapes or something.
Or get on OnlyFans. He got he has he's well endowed. So look,
How you? y-
Auntie, how you
Never,
know?
never
the
mind.
girl, there
I
was
got
a video. Y'all didn't see that video leaked?
No, I don't
Huh,
want to see it either.
that motherfucker had a big old country dick down to his knees.
Jesus Lord.
well, OnlyFans may be an option then. Okay.
Ain't he young? Isn't he low key, you know, how old is him? You know what I'm saying? They gonna be talking about you, Auntie.
So Let them chains around your neck. Something. Do something.
Okay.
Okay. You better sell some assets, okay?
That is okay.
Rap on
Well,
fans and everything. You know the
wait,
nerve.
y'all. This next story, I have to say, I was gagged. You know, it takes a lot to gag me, honey. Now, and which is crazy because I don't know why I was so gagged. Because if it was loving hip hop Miami, I would have been gagged too. But if it was loving hip hop Miami, I guess I'm the only one. And you know what? I'm okay with that. But so, are y'all? If I say the name Amara La Negra, does that sound familiar to any of you, or do you at least know who she is?
Yes, we
Yes. She got a
Okay.
her birthday the day after mine, child.
pretty
Is
shocking.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she's another Libra queen. Shout out to her. But her baby daddy, Alan, are y'all familiar with his fucking ass?
No.
What, honey, Alan is a hot mess. And trust me when I tell you, you don't even want to know his ass. But so, how about his ass, honey? There was a cold rape case, and it just actually got brought back to light, and he's at the center of it.
Oh no.
Let me. Hmm. So y'all see where it says here by way of all hip hop. Let me make sure y'all see the screen. I'm sharing. Sorry.
We do.
Okay. So you see where it says father of the Marla Negra's kids featured on Love and Hip Hop busted for a cold rape case. So Alan Mueses, the father of Amara Negra's twin daughters and a recurring figure on Love and Hip Hop Miami, has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct in Michigan following allegations dating back over a decade.
Mm.
The 40-year-old was extradited from Miami and arraigned July 28th in Kalamazoo's 8th District Court, according to Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. The charges stem from an alleged assault of a fellow student in March of 2010 while Moeses was enrolled as a foreign exchange student at Western Michigan University. Prosecutors say the woman, who was then 20 years old, met Moeses at a campus recreation center and later went to his apartment where the alleged assault occurred. Last week, the victim appeared in court and testified that during the incident, Moeses told her to think about this every night as he assaulted her.
Wow.
Girl, she reported the incident to campus police and underwent a forensic medical exam, but no charges were filed at the time. The case remained inactive until it was reopened through Michigan's Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, which they abbreviate as SAKI, which reexamines older cases. Moeses was arrested in Florida on July 11th under an out of state extradition warrant issued July 14th. I remain grateful to our state's devoted Saki units and their efforts to bring about justice for victims of sexual assault perpetrated years ago, Nessel said in a statement. Their commitment ensures that survivors have the opportunity to see their cases fully investigated and that perpetrators are held accountable. Moeses, originally from the Dominican Republic, attended WMU between 2009 and 2013. His relationship with Amara La Negra was featured heavily during seasons 4 through 6 of Love and Hip Hop Miami, where the couple's ups and downs played out on screen. The pair welcomed twin daughters on March 23rd of 2022, and though no longer romantically involved, they continue to co-parent. Let me tell
Dirty
you one thing about that
dog.
fucking Allen.
Dirty dog.
A dirty dog, honey. He is not only is he a colorist, he's a whole rapist. Good evening, child. Gonna sit there and tell Amara, that's why nobody wants you, black ass. Girl. But look, low key, honey, that is not unusual when it comes from Dominican men, honey. Like, honey, I have stories. So,
Mm. Have fun in prison.
exactly. Well, does anybody want to add anything else about these people before we go to the next story? I am not a fan of Alan Honey. Anytime he comes on screen, y'all should just see the scowl that comes on my face, honey. Ugh. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's nasty work. Then tell her to think about it every night. Mm-mm. Narcissistic ass bastard.
Very much so. Well, speaking of narcissists, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, Taurus has his hand up.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
You okay? It's okay, Auntie. Auntie, I just want to say, straight women, I pray for you every single day still because Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Pray for us, baby.
Oof.
We
Struggle out
appreciate
there.
you.
Violence against women is really going up and up and up, and it's.
And if you know, like I know, you better keep you a piece of steel and a knife and
It's amazing.
some mace and a taser, whatever you need. But that
Oh,
steel, with them hollow points, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Agreed. Well, I wouldn't trust Dr. Phil with no piece of steel, hun. Well, honestly, no white man with a gun. But why is Phil in some legal trouble, hun?
uh,
I mean, are we really surprised? Though, not
no.
really. But let's talk about it. Let me make sure I got the right. There we go. So y'all see, by way of variety, Dr. Phil fires back at his bankrupt company's legal foes, accusing TBN and PBR of inflammatory and damaging attacks aimed at depressing value of Merritt Street. I know that was a mouthful, but anyway. Dr. Phil says he and his bankrupt company, Merritt Street Media, are being smeared in incendiary legal filings by Christian broadcaster Trinity Broadcasting Network, which is a former business partner and creditor, professional bull riders, and that they are trying to drive down Merritt Street's value. And his lawyers invoked a judge ruling in the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively legal fight, ordering the parties to refrain from using disrespectful language, saying the same directive should apply in this case. Phil McGraw's Patesky Productions is the proposed debtor in possession lender of Merritt, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on July 2nd. Merritt Street also sued TBN, the company's former distribution partner, alleging breach of contract and alleging it abused its position as the controlling shareholder. In an August 12th filing with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in the Northern District of Texas, Patesky lawyers objected to the motion filed by TBN and related party TCT Ministries to dismiss Merritt's Chapter 11 case, convert it to a Chapter 7 liquidation, or appoint a Chapter 11 trustee. Patesky also objected to PBR's partial joinder in support of the TBN and TCT motion. The Patesky filing requested the court deny the TBN and PBR motions. Um, do you all really care about this case?
No.
Okay, I kind of got that feeling that y'all really, because I don't really care for Dr. Phil, and this sounds like a
Mm-mm.
bunch of rich people problems. So,
Move along. Move along. Nothing to see here.
look in the comment, mouthful, bull rider. I mean, we are talking about a Christian network, honey, allegedly. So, mm.
Allegedly.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Auntie, I got to be honest, like 30 seconds in, I started zoning out. So I'm so sorry.
And you want to know what's crazy? I actually felt that energy. We are not in the same room, but I felt it, and I was like, I don't think my people are into this.
You know what? I was in the zone with Will, to be honest.
Hello, is it over?
Yes,
So
it's
in
over here.
in the words of Miranda, I was like, la di da di da. What else is going on?
Well, okay, so I have another story that's not as this is a not really interesting anyway, but y'all know Helen Mirren,
Yeah,
the
Helen Mirren. Yeah, the actress.
mm-hmm, yep.
No. Who that?
Well, I think if you'll see her picture, you'll recognize her. But she believes that there should not be a female James Bond. I'm actually inclined to agree. I don't think there should be a female one. I don't think there should be a black one. But that's just my own personal
Correct.
opinion. But let me share the link here.
Hallie also agreed with that as well. But yes, leave that to let the white people have something, okay?
That part.
Because if they try to be
So
Black Panther, I'm gonna have a fucking problem.
wake it up. So Helen Mirren says, I'm a proud feminist, but 007 must be a bloke. So this is Helen. Did she
Oh,
does
I
she look
like her.
familiar, Leva
Yeah, yeah,
Queen?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
We know
knew
her.
she would.
That's an A.
A
She a
female
bad. She a bad mama jamma.
and is. Well, a female James Bond, please. Helen Mirren dropped the hammer on that idea because she's just licensed to the idea to fail. The iconic Brick told Saga magazine that even as a hardcore feminist, she's dead set 007 can't be a woman because James Bond has to be James Bond. Otherwise, it's a whole different movie. You can't have a woman. It just doesn't work, Mirren said. Pierce Brosnan, and that was actually my introduction to James Bond as a millennial, by the way. But anyway, Pierce Brosnan, Mirren's Thursday Murder Club co star and former 007, agreed, wishing the next Bond well and saying now he's just part of the audience. He's all like, show us what you're going to do. Of course, everyone's buzzing about who's stepping into 007 shoes next, especially since Amazon MGM reportedly paid a cool $1 billion to producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson to take over the franchise. Rumor has it Henry Cavill, Lucien Labuscount, Idris Elba, Harris Dickinson, and Aaron Taylor Johnson are in the running, basically confirming the role was always meant for a man. As for that Bond girl throne, that isn't going anywhere. So Hollywood ladies, keep those auditions coming. I guess. And take Idris out of there too. He don't need to be in there. And you know what, Aaron Taylor Johnson, you can go to. I love you and I think you're a great actor, but ever since you done got with that old lady, you look old too. And Bond is meant to be a sexy, tall, white man who's,
Yeah,
yeah, it ain't
I don't have
going.
a problem with. I wouldn't mind seeing like a super villain female. I mean, there's still room for a great female part in James Bond. Because all of his villains are mostly. I mean, I think there's been a female villain before, but someone who really challenges him. Like the main villain, but not a female James Bond. No.
We want a real octopussy. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Okay, this might be a very controversial take here, but I want them to stop making James Bond movies altogether.
Too late.
I
Got a
really
billion
do.
dollars into it.
I'm tired of it. Like it's giving very much Fast and the Furious 11. Like at a certain point, we know the plot, we know the what's going to happen. Like it's starting to lose its allure. And like you, Auntie, I was actually introduced to James Bond. Who was it? George wasn't George Clooney. Who was the one the early one?
Um, the early one.
Sean Connery.
There it
Okay.
is, Sean
Uh-huh.
Connery. I was introduced to James Bond with Sean Connery, and so I may be in the. I got grandparents. So, so I was like, at a
Same.
certain point, how much more story does James Bond have? Because at this point, I think we kind of that that
Ding, 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 ding,
that
ding.
that
We
rag is
got
dry.
we got
You
a
know.
bunch of Supermans. We got a bunch of Batmans. I mean,
And they
it's
keep
a,
remaking them too.
yeah, it's
Jesus
a
Lord.
franchise. I mean, it's a story that as long as they keep making the movie well and coming up with new gadgets and so forth, I'm not mad about it. There's so
Well,
much
I
that you can
to
do
to
with.
be fair, to well is a stretch
I
because
just I just personally like when the controversy about James Bond was like, oh, should we have a blonde James Bond? Like when that was the controversy, that was the tipping point. That was it. They should have left it at that. Like, a non dark haired, James Bond. Oh my God, the world is coming to an end. But trying to change and make it a woman, or change and make it a black man, or no. First of all, black Brits don't have enough pull for that. They don't
Mm-mm.
have enough support for that. They need to just let it go. Let that man be a white man, okay,
And I
and
like
keep it
Idris,
moving.
but I ain't trying to see him as James
And
Bond.
he old.
Yeah, I'm not.
oh my
He
god,
passed his prime.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that. I'm not familiar with that other actor. Maybe if I saw his picture, but definitely not Idris.
Mm-mm. Maybe I think maybe Henry Cavill.
I
I
don't
think
know who
maybe
that is.
No.
the Superman, the Man of Steel.
Mm-mm.
Which
The,
one?
the latest one.
Oh,
No,
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
You know who would have been good to me? Well, could have been potentially good. He's not tall enough, I don't think.
who?
But the dude that plays Bane, what's his name? Damn, what's
oh,
his name?
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I love. Listen, I love me some Tom Hardy.
I love him too, but see, the thing about Tom is that he's not like, because when you think about James Bond, you think of like a put together type
Exactly.
Oh,
of, yeah.
you know,
Tom Hardy's a little bit like rugged. Like I would see
But
him more as a villain.
I
yeah,
feel like he could have did it. Like if we want to lean on the edge of controversy, they could have made it work because the way he played Bane, hello, I was born in the dark.
I mean,
Um, but yeah, let it be a white man, okay?
get him
Make
a
it an
football.
Irish. I mean, make it a redhead. I don't know, shit. I'm over it.
go ahead,
And I'm
Will.
sorry, favorite tours. What was you saying?
Just get him a footstool, I guess. I don't know.
Most of the actors are more like action figures. They don't have any movies too much where they're playing suave gentlemen. Like from the James Bond perspective. I think. I mean, I don't really. No one comes to mind like who could play James Bond and do it well.
Exactly.
Uh oh, Will. What Will?
That means they should stop making them. Who said that?
No, they should make another one.
Who said
But
that?
what?
Oh my God. Oh,
Do
who
you know
dares
who
say
my dad is?
my dad?
He wants another James Bond. Do you know who my dad is?
Y'all are hilarious, honey.
But shout out to the baddest of the baddies in the James Bond series to me from the ones that I was introduced to. Shout out to Halle Berry because yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, and yes ma'am again. Yeah.
Shout out to Halle Berry. Period. Now I'll be glad when she get away from that manhunt and she think that's in love with her, but that's her business, not mine.
Just don't
Go ahead,
marry.
favorite.
Don't marry.
Hello. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
She was mothering in that movie.
Yeah, yep. Well, does anyone want to add anything else about these Bond bitches before we go to the next story?
We'll find out. Since they've put up $1 billion, it will get made. We'll figure it out.
That's for sure. Well,
James
speaking of
Bond
things,
died in the last.
uh,
When was the last one?
let's see. That's a good question. I mean, Mission Impossible finally ended, and spoiler, didn't James die in the last one? Girl, don't get me the line, y'all. The only one I seen was the 007 from the '90s with Pierce Brosnan.
I've seen the ones with the blonde guy, but it didn't catch my attention enough. I know Pierce, the ones with Pierce. Um, but Mission Impossible, first of all, that midget Max that played that dude, they had to retire him. But the idea of James Bond is that it's just a person, like it's just an alias. Anybody can, fill the role to continue it. But yeah, I don't know. Can pick up the mantle of James, but I don't know. Double O 007.
Double O, double O, double O, double O, double O. You know, all my gays. Shout out to my gays. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
That's because they just stopped making James Bond.
You say what?
That's because they just stopped making James Bond films. Gwen, I'm just saying.
Okay, listen. I'm not against it. I am not against it, but I do not want them Brits with the teeth to be upset. I want them to be appeased because you know, just let them have something. We don't never get nothing. Okay, have your thing.
They have colonialism and racism, Gwen. Who
They
said that?
do.
Who
They
said that?
do.
Oh.
They do. You absolutely right. But you know the way America is set up.
Well, I'm glad you said colonialism and whoever said it. I'm glad you said it. Colonialism and racism because that actually is a good segue to our next story. Speaking of Zionists and racists, honey, that Gal Gadot, her ass,
Ew.
girl, this girl. Now y'all remember I actually told y'all about the movie Snow White, and remember when I said that she was so bad in it, like it was laughable. She was horrible. And I want y'all to keep in mind, like when I say this to y'all, remember this is me we're talking about. Somebody who enjoys Tubi, and it does not take much to entertain me. I actually like bad acting. But this was inexcusable. But you see where it says Gal Gadot clarifies Snow White comments. She thinks the movie flopped because of her ties to Israel and all that. So we're gonna watch a quick video, and I just want to y'all gonna have to read what she's saying because she's actually speaking in her native tongue, and but they translate it. So let's see what she says why she feels that the movie flopped.
כעסת? חייבת להגיד לך, קודם כל, ממש נהניתי לצלם את הסרט הזה. ממש. נהניתי... זה לא היה עם רייצ'ל זליגר. נהניתי אפילו לעבוד עם רייצ'ל זגלר. וצחקנו ודיברנו, והיה כיף. הייתי בטוחה שהסרט הזה הולך להצליח בענק. ואז קרה השבעה באוקטובר, ומה שקורה, וזה קורה מאוד 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 בכל מיני תעשיות, וגם בהוליווד, מופעל המון לחץ על סלבריטאים, שחקנים, על יוצרים, להעלות דברים נגד ישראל. וזה קרה. ולמרות אני יכולה תמיד להסביר ולנסות לתת קונטקסט לאנשים בעולם לגבי מה קורה ומה המציאות פה, ואני תמיד עושה את זה. אבל בסוף אנשים מחליטים לעצמם. והתאכזבתי שהסרט הושפע מזה מאוד, ולא הצליח בקופות. אבל זה מה שזה. You win some, you lose some.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no white girl winning.
Mashallah.
Go ahead, Libra Queen.
Um, yeah, let's never have her be interviewed ever again, mashallah. And who was that man? I just really need to go back to the man with an easily drawn face with the hat, because that was taking me down. I couldn't even
No,
concentrate on what she was saying because her voice is not nice and the language didn't sound good coming off her lips. And I wasn't reading the caption of the English version. But let it be a flop and let her never speak on it again. Mashallah.
I know that's right. Honey, and she said a whole bunch of nothing, so you not being be able to understand you didn't miss much. But go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So Quinn, who is martial law?
Wasn't it a hit show that came out in the early 2000s?
I guess.
You silly. Y'all so silly.
No, she connected that. Like, what that being do with her being a bad actress in Snow White? Like, people didn't hate the movie because she was in it. They hated the movie because they didn't like the movie.
She was bad, and on top of that, she done sat there and lied because she talking about somehow Hollywood feels pressure to speak out against Israel. Are you fucking kidding me,
Oh,
girl?
in Hollywood, like fueled by
There
girl.
you go. So
Get
she
out of here
straight up
with
tried
that.
it.
I could
And
picture
baby, she
roll
she
my
didn't finish
shoes.
there. She was not finished because when the film came out, she said, "I felt that those who are against Israel criticized me in a very personal, very almost visceral way." She said on Instagram, "They saw me first and foremost as an Israeli, not an actress. That's the perspective I spoke from."
Oh, please.
So, girl, a whole bunch of nothing. But these
They
they
love
want to
them.
be oppressed so bad.
Exactly.
Girl, who remembers where you from? Nobody.
I
Well,
don't
have you
Hi
care
ever?
guys.
where she's from, knowing she is Israeli. If she's a good actress in a movie, I'm enjoying watching her. Being in it and being Israeli has nothing to do with it. Now, maybe some people out there maybe feel some kind of way about it, but I'm not sure that that's why the movie flopped, girl. That's just you reading a whole lot of into that rather than your terrible performance, according to somebody who's watched it.
Right? So everybody's been saying she's a bad actress since Wonder Woman. Did
Yeah,
she
I
miss
saw
that
Wonder Woman. Yeah,
did she miss that time?
right. I didn't think it was all that great. I'm like, why did they make this girl Wonder Woman again? Because no, but yeah, okay.
Now, the first one they could have got away with, and not because of her, but the people around, like who was it? Robin Wright, she was in it. Another I forget that lady's name, but they made the movie good. Yeah, she was just there, but that 1984. Oh God, they could have kept that. Oh, they could have kept that.
Honestly, I think she only got hired because she had dark hair, she looked the part, and she's not a bad looking woman. She just
Not that
Hmm.
great an actress.
no. Actually, you know what? I give Margot Robbie more credit.
Oh.
She can actually do a scene or two better. I like Barbie.
I don't like
Yeah.
how when they make the women action movies, Wonder Woman is supposed to be a big Amazon esque kind of woman to me. I don't like how they choose these little thin size zero actresses and put some little gauntlets on them and make it like they're so freaking powerful. It just doesn't add up. Like you'll never see a skinny Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Y'all on
Maxwell,
three for the
you
last
need
little
to
bit
give me
before you
the
go.
stone.
I just I can't stand that when they do that shit. Like, you know, this doesn't make any sense to me.
That's funny.
Well, did anybody want to add anything else about this non-acting Israeli before we go to the next story?
Now,
By God.
Charlotte, you don't have to be so evil, okay?
well, I was asked a question, Miranda. I just want to make sure I was heard.
Are you sure you
Clear
don't
and
have anything
concise.
else to say? You sure?
Yes.
Okay. We can move on then, Auntie.
Well, honey, so this is our next to last story. So y'all remember Britney Spears' ex, Sam Asghari?
Yes.
Okay, well he threw a little shade at Kevin Federline because remember we talked about Kevin Federline writing a book.
Uh huh.
So he threw a little shade at Kevin because of that was caught by
Shay.
TMZ.
Okay.
So let's see what he has to say. It's a little quick video. Let me make sure I get it up for y'all. And y'all should see here Sam Asghari ready for Professional Fathers K Fed's new book. So let's let that load. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Sam? How are you? What's up? How are you? I'm doing good. I wanted to ask you, new tell-all book. I wanted to know if you had any thoughts on that.
No, I mean, what is he going to
He's
tell
going to
about?
be talking about his life. He's going to be detailing his marriage with Brittany.
Well, he was a professional father, so he would be a great. It would be the first book that'll tell you how to be a professional father. It was a great day. Thank you.
Can I ask? I see you've been on set. How have things been going? What are you working on?
Something very special.
Very special.
Yeah.
Things are good with you and Brooke.
Amazing.
Love it. Thank you.
Bye.
But he done told a lie too, because he know good and well things ain't good between her and that crazy girl. Him and that crazy girl.
Wait, huh? Who? Okay, who was the Latin guy?
Brittany's
Oh,
ex,
that's
Britney Spears.
I had to move my bang because wait.
They really connected that guy to Kevin Federline, and he's not even with Brittany anymore.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they struggling out there. Damn. It's
But he
the
been with her for a long time.
Yeah,
They
Sam
were
was with her for a
engaged.
long time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
engaged and everything.
yeah, but still, they ain't together now. Would he care?
Well, you
We
know,
don't care.
that's how they do.
Like,
You was dating Brittany 20 years ago. You know, y'all still close?
right? Like 20 years ago. Why are we bringing that up?
Oh,
So we
I
have a
don't want
comment. He said,
nobody.
he's at the
Mhm.
Abbey in WeHo. So can you elaborate, Beezus? Is the Abbey an alternative spot or?
Yes, it's for the homosexuals.
The
Oh,
homosexuals.
Yes, yes, yes,
Who? Where the guy just left?
yes.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yes, and the shade that was thrown, it in Johnny has five apples. That's all I got to say.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Mm.
Okay.
This how he likes. Never mind. I'm not. Never mind.
You know what?
Stay close to Jesus. Will stay close to the Lord. Okay, sorry.
he was at a meeting.
Mhm.
is
In
that what
the
they're calling it?
mm,
There's a meeting in a ladies' room. Mm,
Okay, be
I'll
back
be back
real
real
soon.
soon.
I'm meaning about some thickness. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
Ah, y'all, I'm gonna say this on the record. Brittany should have stayed on her conservative shit.
And you are absolutely right.
What?
She
Wait.
duped everybody. She got everybody
Why do
she
y'all
broke
say
out
that?
the
I'm
box
genuinely
cutter.
curious as to why y'all feel that way.
because she didn't do very well off her meds by herself.
That Las Vegas incident was what did it for me. I just did not like how when she tried to get Victor Wimben, however you say that young man's name, when she tried to get his
Yama.
attention. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you,
Oh
Wimbenyama.
yeah.
And because the security guard like kind of slapped her hand and she tried to act like, oh, I was nearly thrown to the floor. Oh, this, and then gonna call the police. Mm.
Yeah, she's really not well. Honestly, she really isn't. Her
Allegedly.
break was a permanent break. She wasn't able to bounce back from that. They was keeping her money, keeping her housed and medicated for the most part, and keeping her together. Now where is she? I think didn't she go to some island? New man, new something. She
As
out
soon
here in
as
the
she
world.
didn't she and Sam break up as soon as she got out of their conservatorship? Isn't that when they broke up? Or
I believe so.
yeah,
It
like right
was
at
it
the
was a
beginning.
little while after, because then she
Not
just
long.
really cause I think she got like I'm free and started being buck wild.
Yeah, not long after. No surprise
Cause I
there.
think she stopped taking her medication.
Mm-mm. Well,
Unfortunately, I
you know
hate
them
that.
white and brown gays, honey, love them some Britney, so I'm not surprised they got married.
Well, he probably was trying to see what he could get, maybe.
It's Britney, bitch. Mhm.
No, I mean it's honestly it's sad to see how celebrity and fame really broke some people.
Yeah.
It really did them in, and it's unfortunate.
Shout out to my
Agreed.
goat, that queen bee, that witchy lady. Shout out to my goat because God is good. Amen.
I know that's right.
Are you,
Well, does anybody want to add anything about that good looking man who might be who me and him might play for the same team, allegedly coming out of the Abbey, or
Listen
I
here.
mean, Jesus clocked it. Hey, hey, hey,
oh,
hey.
go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, speaking of thickness, maybe you thought that Britney's wallet would suffice his urges, but I guess that was incorrect.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Brittany, low key, she kind of strike. I have no proof of this, but she strikes me as fluid too, honey. She probably was with the shits. Like, oh, let me see y'all. Let me see y'all do it. Who gonna be the top tonight?
Oh yeah, I could definitely see this Britney broke this one being all over the place and dancing in the background, doing her
Hmm.
little shake.
With
Turn
knives.
everybody off. Dancing, girl.
with
I could
Janet,
No,
totally see it.
not
with
dancing
Janet in the
in the
background and
background.
the yeah.
Be a slave for me.
With them little tiny drawers on. No, thank you. Please do not put that imagery in my head, please.
It's too late. It's there, honey. It's seared in my brain. I can see her with that wild, bad piece,
Oh.
not wig, but extensions. Oh
Mm-mm,
God,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
poor baby. Mm-mm.
Hmm. Well, does anybody want to add anything else about that poor baby before we go to our last story?
Oh, let's go before they
Nah.
put another image in my brain.
Well, I guess good news if you're Young Thug. They finally gave him his stuff back.
Oh,
So
I think
So
we
y'all
anti-black
should
see, I
now.
have this.
implement a no scab policy. I feel like there's a few people that look like scabs that we just should not talk about because I'd be ready to gag.
Listen, I get it, honey, but it's in the news, so shit. And, and you see, I have this from WSB TV too in Atlanta that reports. Y'all see where it says Young Thug to get back items seized during YSL investigation. So, Channel 2's Michael Seaton learned Monday that the silver forfeiture case was dismissed in Fulton County Court, meaning Young Thug will get more of his belongings back. In February, Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, got his jewelry back from Fulton County following his release from the Fulton County jail. Williams took a plea deal in October 2024, ending his part in the Young Slime Life RICO trial, which began in November 2023. The rapper was first indicted in 2022. Channel 2 Action News reported the rapper was still working to get back nearly $150,000 in cash and several cars, among other items that were seized while he was under investigation for a sweeping gang indictment. In a statement shared with Channel 2, a Fulton County District Attorney Office spokesperson said, while we are gratified that the defendant will not be receiving gang related jewelry back, we are perplexed that Judge Whitaker dismissed the case based on a timeline requested by defense counsel and the date the court set for trial. We are evaluating the case now for possible appeal, considering that strange procedural history. I get, and it sounds like they, pretty much to me, that sound like they waiting for him to fuck up.
They don't want to give it back.
Hmm.
Do they even still have that stuff? Them
Right.
cars and jewelry and cash. You know, maybe they were hasty.
And I'm sorry that I got a comment saying this last one was given the series finale of it just like that. Damn, that bad. Because I heard
Well,
about that finale.
well.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So sorry about that. I'm in just like that final story. But before we head out, do any of you have any tea that you want to share? Any tea that I might have missed? All right, y'all. Well, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make the live show. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
No
You too,
errands.
Auntie. Bye, guys.
No errands today. Thank you. Bye. And little Beezus said, Beezus know what I'm about to do. He said, go enjoy your stories. I will do
Uh
just
huh.
that. Bye, y'all.